A few days ago, I watched Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary, and oh my god, what an incredible movie it was. I'll probably get into a little bit of spoilers, so if you want to leave, do it now, but it was just incredible. So many movies nowadays, so many pieces of media are always screaming, the world's gonna end, and it gets really old really fast, but this one did have that. There is the sun is dying, we need to go and save it. There is this giant world-ending stakes. But then the core of the story is not really about that. That is sort of just a backdrop to drive the plot to tell you, hey, there's a reason things are happening. But other than that, it's much more a story of friendship between humans and this little rock thing. And it was just beautiful. It reminded me a lot of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Both of these movies had scenes where a literal rock made me cry. The rock that doesn't speak. And it's just incredible that you can feel something like that from a movie like this. And what they do really well, and how they play into sort of I think what Gen Z really enjoys, is giving some level of absurdism, some level of insanity, while also grounding it in a very simple, emotional story that makes the whole thing feel complete. In Project Hail Mary, that's this relationship between the human and this rock alien. And in Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's the relationship between the mom and her daughter who's not doing very well mentally. But in both cases, you have the fun climactic background of here's some crazy, wacky visuals, some fun things to look at, some interesting multiverse bullshit concept. But it works really well because underpinning all of that is not a corporate cash grab, but rather an actual heartfelt, simple message that anyone watching to can relate on some level. So I'm really enjoying the movies that are coming out now. And it's not just Project Hail Mary. I've heard great things about Obsession. I've heard great things about a couple of other movies. Iron Lung, I've heard good things about. The other one that I've watched recently, Michael, even I've heard good things about. The other one that I've watched recently was Backrooms, which was good. Not great. Definitely a bit overhyped. I think, given what the source material was, they did a great job at adapting it. I think the ending was a little confusing. They could have added one or two scenes here to clarify things a little bit. What I really liked about both of these movies is that they're not too bloated with characters. They don't just add things for no reason. I've been reading a lot of books recently. What I'm reading is Red Rising, and I've been literally every day I sit down to try and record these videos. I'm like, I'm going to make a video reviewing that book. And every day I fail to finish the hour or so I have left in it because, frankly, there's like 50 characters and everything is all over the place, and it's just really hard to pay attention to. Maybe that's my own brain that I need to retrain my attention span. But what I really loved about both of these movies is that it is very grounded. The plot is very simple and easy to understand, and it just executes on a very simple, clear to follow premise in an extremely fun way. Once again, Backrooms, I think there's a lot of scenes where it gets kind of corny with the dialogue, and it definitely drags on too much. I think you probably could have shaved 20 minutes off the beginning half of the movie, and you probably could have added a couple scenes towards the end to make things more clear. But overall, I'm very satisfied with these movies. And kind of what I'm getting to is that I haven't been, and really nobody has been, with all these Marvel, Disney, fucking Star Wars cash grabs for the last couple of years. And as somebody who loves video, loves media, loves consuming art, this has been pretty disappointing. I love storytelling. I love being able to just shut off my mind and enjoy such a thing. That is one of my favorite things in life. And recently, it's been entirely these corporations trying to make money, and there's been no room for genuine art to come through. And I'm just really excited that finally some good things are coming out. That they actually have a soul, and that is really good to see. Going forward, I would love to see a world where movies like Backrooms become the bare minimum. I don't think it's a bad movie, but I think if we had a more healthy pop culture, that would be considered a pretty mid movie, to be honest. I think that movie was exceptionally good, more so because everything else is really crap than because it is some masterpiece that deserves all the world's love and attention and praise. Not to bash Kane Parsons or any of the crew behind the movie, because I do think it was really well executed, especially with such a small budget. I think they did an incredible job. But for the most part, I really do feel like that should be the minimum that we accept as a popular culture in terms of these movies. So yeah, I just wanted to rant about that.